Hey everyone, I was just setting up a display for my friend's cafe and realized how much a cheap TV just doesn't cut it when you're trying to show menus or ads all day long. The colors looked washed out after a few hours, the screen flickered, and honestly, it felt like a waste of money. Then I remembered this LG PK340S, an 86-inch 4K commercial TV built for businesses, not just casual watching. If you're running a store, restaurant, or even a small office and need something that holds up day after day, this might be the one. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the size is unreal. At 86 inches, you're not just getting a big screen, you're getting a statement piece. Whether it's for a retail display, a lobby sign, or a restaurant menu board, this thing dominates the space. I've used smaller TVs before, and they always feel cramped when you're trying to catch someone's eye from across the room. This one? It's impossible to ignore. Plus, it's 4K, so everything looks sharp, no pixelation, no blurry text, just clean, crisp visuals that make your content pop. Now, brightness is where most cheap TVs fail. They look great in a dark room but turn into a dim mess under bright store lights. The PK340S hits 300 nits, which is bright enough to stay readable even in well-lit spaces. I tested it in a cafe with big windows, and the screen didn't wash out at all. The HDR10 support also helps with contrast. Deep blacks and bright highlights make images and videos look more dynamic, which is perfect for ads or promotional content. One thing I really like is the built-in webOS Signage platform. It's not just a TV, it's a full content management system. You can upload playlists, schedule content, even stream live feeds without needing a separate media player. I've used other commercial TVs that required clunky external boxes, but this one runs everything smoothly right out of the box. It saved me a ton of time and hassle. Reliability is another big win. This TV is designed for 16/7 use, meaning it's built to run non-stop without overheating or burning out. I've had TVs in the past that started flickering after a few months of constant use, but the PK340S feels solid. The 5000:1 contrast ratio also helps with longevity. Less strain on the backlight means it should last longer before dimming. Connectivity is straightforward too. It's got HDMI ports, USB, and even RS-232 for professional setups. I plugged in a media player, a camera feed, and a few other devices without any issues. The webOS interface makes switching between inputs easy, so you're not fumbling with remotes every time you need to change what's playing. The only downsides I'd mention are the weight and the price. At 86 inches, this thing is heavy, like, really heavy. You'll need a sturdy mount or stand, and maybe two people to hang it safely. And yeah, it's not cheap, but if you're using it for business, it's an investment. The durability and features justify the cost over time, especially compared to replacing a cheaper TV every year or two. If you're running a business and need a display that can handle the daily grind without looking like a cheap knockoff, this LG PK340S is worth considering. It's big, bright, and built to last. The link is below if you want to take a closer look. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. For most buyers, the real question is not whether LG PK340S 86-inch UHD 4K HDR Commercial TV, webOS Smart Signage Display, 300 nits, 5000:1 contrast, HDMI, digital signage screen for business retail hospitality sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like ultra-large 86-inch 4K display and HDR10 with high contrast performance actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like LG PK340S 86-inch UHD 4K HDR Commercial TV, webOS Smart Signage Display, 300 nits, 5000:1 contrast, HDMI, digital signage screen for business retail hospitality usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.